Morning everyone, and welcome to today's trading analysis on the 14th of July. And things have been a bit wild lately. Once again, the CPI numbers coming in. People have been calling for even lower prices, between $12,000, $15,000. So jumping right into the Bitcoin chart on the weekly scale, you can see that we've had quite a bit of downside. We're still trading below the 21 moving average. The 21 moving average now sitting at $31,000, and you can see that we are sort of consolidating in this area at the moment. Call it $20,000, which generally consolidating on a support is not a good sign. It's usually a sign for more downside. We would have wanted to see a little bit more sort of a push up if we wanted to see this as a bottom. However, this is still a very low price in relation to where we were. It's about, let's actually look. This is at this stage about 70%. So 70% down from the all-time highs isn't exactly expensive. It's definitely closer to the lows than it is to the highs. On the daily scale, you see that for the last 2 weeks we've been running in this horizontal channel. This channel was actually identified by Tone Vase and is starting to work out pretty nicely. You can see that every time we hit the top there's a little bit of a drop, and then when we come to the bottom, so we've now had 2 touches at the top and 3 touches at the bottom. So yesterday's CPI numbers have pushed us up a little bit, and see if we can reach the stop again. If we can break the stop, I would say the first target would be to come up back up to this area, $28,000. And then we can reassess, and if we break the bottom, well, then the target's still between 14 and 10, sort of 10k. So we'll have to see how that goes. So looking at the funding rate, you can see that for the first time in quite a while that we've had a positive funding rate. You can see immediately it had a little bit of a jump in the price. It went up from 19 to about $22,000. And immediately people went overly long, and the longs are starting to pay the shorts again, and there you can see the prices coming down again. So unfortunately people are still very long in this game, and as long as they do that, there's nothing for the whales to liquidate on the short side, so we won't be seeing a proper short squeeze. Looking at the XRP price, you can see now XRP, the RSI is right at the bottom. We're camping down at this bottom on the support. It's not looking good. The positive sign is there is some wicks in this area, so it looks like every time we dip down into the 20s we get bought up. We are now on a weekly 6, so hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks we can get to a weekly 9. The last one didn't work out, and we can move back up to the 21 moving average, which is at 50 cents. On the daily scale, you can see that we are consolidating. Like you can see, this is a little bit more pronounced. It is not looking great. We are still making lower highs. Look at it, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and therefore the probability of further downside is actually quite high. Catalyst, of course, of everything is the US dollar. Everybody's just pumping back into the US dollar with the interest rates going up, with the uncertainty in the market, just pumping the US dollar. Look at this in the last few weeks. It's in the last 4 weeks the US dollar has pumped up 7%. Now you can imagine 7% in the US dollar is a lot. The whole world depends on it. It's had an effect on the South African rand. The euro is now completely tanked. Everything, so some other currencies have even taken a worse beating. But looking at this, you can also see that the US dollar is getting to our target zone now. It's getting into this resistance, 108. Anything from 109 to about 111, this resistance zone, you can expect some sort of a pullback. This pullback hopefully would then give the relief to crypto that we are looking for. The S&P on the weekly scale is still in the same space. You can see that it's still consolidating in this area and is still on target for its lows in October. Hasn't retested the 21 moving average, so maybe a retest up to 21 moving average before turning down into October. So on a personal note, I am overly long at the moment. I've gone in about 75 or 80% of my position, so I'm quite exposed to crypto. I'm expecting a little bit of upside on the short run, but even if it's not, for me personally, I feel that the prices are so low at the moment that even if it does go lower, that I'm prepared to ride it out. But I don't want to say that buy now. I do want to say that in relation to where we were, this could be a good time to start accumulating, and I might sell some crypto in order to buy back in lower if I feel like it, but for now I am pretty exposed. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and let's see you on the next one.